guys, Christopher Bell here. As you guys know, iRacing is coming out with dirt, and it's been a long time coming. So I'm here today to kind of show you around the sprint cars and hopefully give you some insight for whenever you first drive it. So here we are at Williams Grove, gonna go out and make a couple laps in the 410 wing sprint car. I'm on default setup with a gear change to a 522. As we roll out of the pits, you guys might notice that the car wants to pull left and you have to hold the steering wheel right to go straight. That's normal for a sprint car because you have so much stagger, it's always trying to turn the car left. Once you get up to speed, that goes away. Going down the straightaways, Williams Grove has really long straightaways and really tight corners. The big wings on the sprint cars, it always wants to pull you left into the corner, so it doesn't take much steering wheel input to get the car into the corner. A big key for the wing sprint cars is that they always like to go straight. They don't like to be too sideways. So the less steering wheel input you can have and the straighter you can keep the car, the faster you'll go. As the track slickens off, you'll be able to play with the setup to get the car driving even straighter yet. And that's a couple laps around Williams Grove. So here we are at Eldora Speedway. I'm on baseline setup with a gear change to a 511. As we roll out at Eldora Speedway, one thing that you'll notice is that the corners are really sweeping and it's almost a circular shape. The big thing about Eldora is just keeping that steering wheel straight. The straighter you keep the wheel and the less steering input that you give the car, the faster you'll go. The fast line around Eldora will be right around the inside wall in the corners and then with a big arc towards the outside walls down the straightaways. Then once the track slicks off, you'll be able to follow the groove up towards the outside wall, where the famous Eldora High Line comes into play. So now we're at Volusia Speedway Park with the 410 wing sprint car. I'm on baseline setup with a 511 gear, the same as what we ran at Eldora. Whenever you roll out on the racetrack, you'll notice that Volusia is similar to Eldora. They have long sweeping corners, and it's kind of circular in shape. At Volusia, whenever the track is fast, you'll want to be right down against the concrete wall in the corners with a nice big arc down the straightaway. Whenever the track starts to slicken up, you'll be able to follow the groove up higher and higher. Whenever you get into turns 3 and 4 though, the groove might get up onto the shelf, which is the flatter section of the racetrack, and then it becomes very difficult to exit turn 4 without getting into the wall. And that's just one of the characteristics of Volusia Speedway Park. Hope you guys have fun.
Wait. You're working on a new map?
Yes, I am.
Dockyard has now been content locked. So what does that mean? Well, the map design is done, the environment art is done, and the lighting is done. The only thing left now to do is the testing. I say only thing. It's still a lot of work. In this last phase, our QA team will be finding bugs and will be sending them to the map team to iron out. No, we don't have a release date locked down, but this is the final stretch. Lots of you have asked if you can play Dockyard before the release. As cool as this would be, putting together another test would eat into more development time, and we'd rather get it out to you as soon as possible. Once the map does go live, we'll be taking on your feedback for future tweaks. With our QA team putting Dockyard through the hoops, our map team is now working on a new stopwatch and objective map, codenamed... After being on the outskirts of London in the last couple of maps, you'll be heading back into the city for some urban action, with both C4 and carryable objectives. We know you'd love to try it out right now, but there's a lot more work to be done before we consider a public playtest. The good news is that Heist shouldn't take anywhere near as long as Dockyard has, because we've reworked our map production pipeline. Our forum transition is almost complete, and you now only have 1 week left to merge your Nexon account with a new or existing war chest account. For more information, check out our previous video, but please, if you haven't done it yet, then act quickly. If you don't merge your accounts by March 31st, next Friday, then your post history, your reputation, everything will be lost forever. So do it! Last week, Ghosty Ghost uploaded a rather tasty frag movie with some pretty smooth editing. Now we love this content and we want to see more, so remember, if you make a video, tweet it to us, so then we can share it with the world. This weekend, DB Nation are hosting another Open Cup, and anyone can enter. So, check out the info on their website and get your team together to sign up. Last week, the most reported issues were ranked match balance, server performance, and lack of content. For ranked match balance, just today we narrowed the maximum search ranges to improve match quality. For server performance, we've been consolidating our matchmaking servers, specifically in Europe, so now when you search for a match, you'll get a more central server with a better ping. And lastly, for lack of content, we now have 2 maps in the production pipeline, and we'll give you updates on those when possible. Also, we're still hiring, so we can increase our content production even further. For more information on all of the roles, check out the website. If you'd like to ask AK any questions about map design, then drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for some more spicy content. Now AK, get back to work.
An ambush. Brigands descend upon the company and butcher most of the men. You are left in command now, and you order a hasty retreat to save what few men remain. Your employer promised riches to slay the brigand leader, so you hire a few farmers reeking of dung and urine and thrust spear and shield into their calloused hands. The brigands have archers, so you order your men to stand fast, raise their shields and advance slowly. You lose a good man, but this wins you the battle. Victorious, you take your pay to a larger city, expand your ranks, and acquire new steel and armor. You'll make this company known throughout the land. As you battle from the snowy north to the deserts in the south, your men gain experience, and you mold them into hardened mercenaries, each an expert for a different weapon. But as your ranks grow, so do your problems. One of your men, a drunkard, just lost his weapon. You have him flogged, so he never drinks again. But this leaves him bitter and frustrated. And then a green-skin horde invades. As a tide of destruction sweeps over the land, there's good coin to be made for a mercenary company such as yours. Fame and fortune await.
Vikings Walls of Midgard is a story-driven isometric action RPG game which is set in the brutal world of Nordic mythology.
It's easy to learn, easy to play, maybe a little bit hard to master. So basically, you need to be able to fully, utilize your spells, fully being able to create a really good build for your character, find the correct weapons, insert the correct rules into the weapons, and just seeing how you blow up some enemy, how the heads will fall out, how do you destroy half of the level. It's really satisfying.
We have a lot of enemies in Vikings. I think there are over 50 enemies in there. And you will come across all kind of enemies. There are weak enemies which you can slash down in hundreds. But we have also actually very strong enemies which you will have a lot of troubles to defeat.
So if somebody likes just some fast-paced action RPG game, which is easy to control, easy to play, and really good looking and really atmospheric, then this is the game for him.
9 kidnapped strangers are trapped together. There's only one way out. They must win the game. The stakes are high in this life or death game. A bracelet on each of their wrists will decide their fate. One collection, 2 zero escape games. The Nonary games. Junpei finds himself kidnapped by the mysterious Zero.
That's 9 of us then. What the hell?
Is that you, Jumpy?
Code name?
Then your bracelet number can't stay here forever.
I'm totally against this.
I want to get a look at you.
Me next!
Upon everyone's wrist is an ominous numbered bracelet. With a time limit of 9 hours, they must find the door with a 9. What is the game?
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
What exactly is its true purpose? Of course, all good games deserve to be played more than once.
Zero would have to
Got
be...
the foggiest idea.
Who I am?
Bullshit.
What? What did you do? Shut up! What's that? I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom!
The Ambidex edition begins. Will you ally or betray? Time to make a choice. Escape or death. Not simply just a combo pack of 2 games in one. The graphics have been remastered and the UI improved. There are several upgrades to increase the ease of play. Choose to play the story in novel mode, which displays all of the text on screen. Or switch to adventure mode, which displays spoken text more cinematically.
The Nonary game.
I mean, it doesn't seem...
I think you've mistaken. I fell pretty far.
The options menu has also been tweaked and improved.
No, Nonary game.
Doubt and suspicion, secret past. The curtain rises on expansive stories spanning time and space. Zero Escape, the Nonary games. If you manage to escape, another game awaits.